Welcome to the Clear as Mud podcast. And you might notice this evening we've got two beautiful women on the screen with me tonight. It's just not my ugly mug. How about that? Huh? So
Maybe one beautiful woman.
no, you're both beautiful. You're both beautiful women. You're both beautiful women.
Well,
I don't
Seth
care.
prefers to be called a creature, and I feel like we should respect her wishes.
Yeah, my pronouns are creature.
Are they? Okay. I hope this. Oh crap! I forgot to do this part. I hope this doesn't screw up my stuff. Oh, where's it at? Here it is. Go live. Okay, good.
No, I didn't expect my camera to be this much worse quality than Gigi's.
Oh, you're
kind
fine.
Of embarrassing.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. As you can see, of course, we have Gigi, we have Seth. Banana is not here tonight. Of course, he is working, which unfortunately, that's just his life right now. Anyway, we got a couple of different topics to talk to you guys about tonight. Why is my chat? Oh God, close that out.
You messed it up, people.
Of course I messed it up. That's what I do.
Real quick, I am not Abby Blackbird. I'm Gigi Hearts. Thank you very much. This is my face. My makeup is beautiful. Thank you.
It is.
Yeah, Mr. Gamers. I guess I probably should have put in people's names, but anyway. But I think this may be the first.
It should be obvious.
You should put Abby on Gigi.
On Gigi.
Think it's Abby.
So they can say, but well, okay. He says, "Oops, sorry, never saw your face." And I don't think your face is like real known yet, Gigi. I mean, you haven't really been on camera, right? Yeah.
But I figure in preparation for my own stream tomorrow,
sure,
I should get used to it. So
yeah,
this is my mug.
Oh, Willie Mack in the house. How you doing, Willie? Mister taking down the whole Manosphere Red Pill army. You go, boy. Got it. Willie Mack. I seen Willie Mack launched. He's got a merch store now. Well, he's got a new video, but he's also got him a merch store. And
did you watch his new video yet?
I have not watched his new video yet.
It's good.
Is it? I tell you what, my day was taken. I've had this project at work I've been working on. We did a really major breakthrough today, which I was happy about. But what I was watching while I was working on this project was, I think her name is Swoop. Is that correct?
Yup.
Yeah, she put out this 2.5 hour video. It's like a major, like movie picture thing, right? On Illuminati, and holy crap!
Yeah, I think Xylee is doing a partial reaction to it right now.
Yeah, she is.
Giving us a little competition.
Well, that's okay. Competition is good.
No, we can't even compete with Xylee, though.
I just felt like, as Puerto Ricans, where's the solidarity? I'm just kidding. I don't want a war. I backtrack whatever statement.
Yeah, but no, she's going over it. She is. But she's just doing like a small section of it, because it is 2.5 hours, right?
It is 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but it is a very well done video. Production quality is really good. I'd never heard of her before. Prior to this,
never heard of Swoop?
No.
A while ago, she had these foster kittens, and she called them the Billings Department. It's so cute.
Cool.
It's all on her Instagram, and she was helping find them homes and stuff.
Oh.
So like,
well, she seemed like a good-hearted person, but she was definitely taking Illuminati to task. Like she got in contact with I guess Illuminati's ex-boyfriend, right? And holy crap, that poor soul. I mean, he really kind of caught it from her.
Is he the fat one, the Rico?
No, 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 no. This was a whole totally different guy. Rico was just, or
Oh, okay.
Ricochet. Ricochet, I think is what he went by online. Was just a friend of hers, or whatever. Um, that
Okay,
ultimately,
because I only know about the fat guy because Tommy like keeps making fun of him.
yeah. Well, that's ultimately what cost Tommy, like, I don't know, like 6, 7 pictures, something like that. Um, what is this here, Mr. Gamers? A person named Accidental Loaf pointed out how there's a new channel named Prism of the Past that was created during the situation. Allegedly, Blair might try to rebrand. Okay,
Mm,
I
interesting.
good for her. I would say this. She has a very distinctive voice, so unless she does some sort of like voice altering software or something,
She could do what those T channels do. You know how they like get someone off of like Fiverr or whatever to voice their videos? She could just do that.
I guess
But then what
so.
would there be left for her to do if she doesn't write them, she doesn't edit them, she doesn't do the
No, but
research?
she'll still make the money. I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
get do as little as possible and get the money.
Oh, he says Prism of the Past is a name from
from
a
an old
series she
series she
used to
used to cover.
cover.
Okay. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. I mean, anyway. Anyway, so let's get into this whole mess with the Twitch thing, right? So earlier this week, Twitch put out a communication to their affiliates and um, uh, partners, I guess is what they call them. Yeah, you're partnered or affiliate. Affiliate is like the first tier, and then partnered is like if you get like you, that's where you get like like 40 or 50 concurrent, I think, average viewers and some other stuff. But anyway, they put out this thing, and it says Twitch has new branded content guidelines. On stream logos are limited to 3% of size. Burned in video ads are not allowed. Burned in display ads are not allowed. And burned in audio ads are also not allowed. Um, and of course, there's some, these were some graphics and stuff that was put in and said, this was the ad. It could only be up 3% of the screen size. You could not just run a video ad at your whim, and then of course, was talking about you couldn't have like banner ads, and you couldn't just have like an audio ad play or something while you're playing a video game or stream or whatever it is that you're doing. Right? You couldn't do that. Well, needless to say, that went over about like a turd in the punch bowl at the church social. A lot of Twitch streamers and stuff was like really upset by this, right? But OTK, which is a large, I should have brought this up here. Let me see. OTK.
It's a large Twitch like
Well,
organization like
it's
you
sorry. It is yeah. It's a conglomeration of let's see here. It's a conglomeration of creators, primarily on Twitch. They do. I think some of them do some stuff with YouTube as well. But it's like Asmongold, Imru. Some of these I don't know. Esfon, Extreme Emily, Impol, Impol. I don't know how you say that. Ms. Kiff, Soda Pop and Sear, Tips Out, and Tectone. The only ones that I'm really familiar with is, of course, Soda Pop and Sear, Ms. Kiff, and Asmongold. But anyway, this is OTK. OTK put out a statement and said, this is a message to Twitch. And they said, ever so often we find ourselves catching an unsolicited glimpse of our own reflection. This blunt collision with reality serves as a brutal but necessary reminder that our existence, while beautiful at times, is temporal, and that the decisions we made yesteryear will inevitably catch up to us despite our best efforts. To the contrary, today decisions have caught up quickly. The backlash you're receiving today, while seemingly specific, is the result of what now feels like years of anti-creator policy. It's the chickens coming home to roost, or in this case, the frogs. The once unique and admirable vision of a creator-first platform now feels like a fading and distant dream. Reductions to creator subscription revenue, inconsistent moderation policies, and attacks on creators' abilities to pursue their own independent revenue streams have transformed Twitch into one of the least creator-friendly platforms on social media, and have undermined the very ecosystems that helped Twitch become what it is. And unlike in the past, these changes come at a time when the live streaming landscape has never been more competitive. Make no mistake, the days of Twitch holding sway over live streaming are coming to an end. Insurgent platforms are on the rise. Short-form content has seized Gen Z marketplace, and for the first time, the very creators that elevated your platform are building your largest and most threatening competitors. If Twitch continues to erode the autonomy, that livelihoods of the millions of streamers who call their service home, you will have to watch as those same streamers pack up and take their talents to the platforms that put them first. Just last week, OTK concluded our new show, Elevated, in partnership with Allied and Progressive. On June 10th, OTK will host our second annual Games Expo. These shows, as well as other community favorites, cannot exist under the suffocating canopy of these new branded guidelines. Small streamers who rely on their once-a-month HelloFresh sponsorships cannot pay their bills under these new guidelines. And the aspiring creator who has yet to press the go live button cannot do so in confidence under these new guidelines. Simply put, the new branded guidelines and the philosophy behind them need to change. But rolling back the policy is not the intention of this letter. Like the car window you pass on your way to work, we simply ask that you pause to reflect on your origins as a platform, reflect on your current position and how you got there, and most of all, reflect upon the role that creators, big or small, have contributed to your success. Hopefully, a new direction emerges with this reflection. So anyway, people will say, okay, does this mean OTK is going to leave Twitch? Does this mean that, because, that's some really large creators that we're talking about. They already lost Kai Cenat. Kai has left Twitch. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe iShowSpeed has left YouTube. I believe they're both now full-time over on what is the name of that?
Pick?
No.
Pick or Rumble?
Rumble. They're both on Rumble now. They kept screwing around. Twitch kept kind of screwing around with Kai Cenat. Would not give him a contract, would not give him the bag, as it were. And he said, bye, I'm out of here. Wasn't too terribly long ago, Twitch made the announcement that they were going to change the percentages of payouts on subscriptions, right? Some of the creators were getting, the majority of a subscription, but now they've moved it down to where everybody's going to 50-50. I think some of these streamers who have existing contracts that the time's running out, but they're getting like a 70-30. So even those guys who have 70-30 are fixing to drop down to a 50-50 split, which is going to cut big time into their revenue. Now that they can't do brand deals outside of Twitch, like was mentioned in this letter at OTK, something like HelloFresh or Raid Shadow Legends or Ridge Wallet or any of the many other, companies that will come in and do these brand deals with these guys, they no longer can do that according to the policies. And for a small to medium sized creator, a lot of times the brand deals actually will generate more money for them than what they would get for doing the streams, right? My son is a streamer, and he's got affiliate over on Twitch. And and I think he keeps like maybe I think anywhere from 5 to 10 subscribers is what he keeps as far as like memberships to his channel or whatever. Um, and of course, he runs ads and stuff. And he said, um, like, what was it? Basically, um, for like 6 hours of streaming or something like that, he had done over the last couple of days. I think he made it was just a few pennies, right, off of just the ads that were mandatory ran, right? Um, and he was telling me that Twitch requires them to run um, 3 ads per hour. That's mandatory. They have no choice. So like in a 2-hour stream, people are getting 6 minutes or 6 ad cycles, and each ad cycle I think is about 3 minutes, right? So that's 3 times 6. That's like 18 minutes of time that you're having to be subjected to ads. And of course the thing about it is if you're subbed or you've got a membership to the channel, it's you don't see those ads. But if you're trying to grow your base and your whatever, and they're constantly being inundated with ads, it drives away viewers, right? They don't want to watch ads. Nobody wants to watch ads. So
I mean, obviously, yeah.
yeah. So even Dextro did an article. I guess is that I don't know how you say that. Directo, whatever. Hell. Says
I think.
Okay. Anyway, Ninja came out and he went after him too, because it was not just that they said you can't do the branding deals and whatever, right? They also said you cannot multi-stream, period, right? So like you could not be streaming simultaneously on Twitch and say like YouTube or any of these other channel or platforms. They said that terminates the terms of service and would result in you potentially losing your banned from Twitch. Twitch even has things where if a person, notably, where this became a kind of an issue, was if a person has been banned off of Twitch, right? You cannot have that person on your stream if you're a Twitch streamer, right? So at one time, Tim the Tap Man was still on Twitch. Well, of course, Dr. Disrespect had gotten banned from Twitch. They had some issues or whatever. We still don't really know what the. I always suspect it was over money, but whatever. But Tim the Tap Man and Dr. Disrespect was going to be in a tournament together on this Modern Warfare. And they were partners and, teammates or whatever. And so how are they going to communicate in the game and stuff if Dr. Disrespect's voice could not even be on stream, right? But I guess they reached out to Twitch and Twitch said, okay, fine. As long as it's just during matches and then you don't just have just willy-nilly, showing or, letting people see Dr. Disrespect or whatever. So anyway, so they kind of, they've kind of really been, I don't know, I guess really, anal about that stuff.
My question in general is like, do Twitch operate on a loss? They don't, right? They don't make a lot of money, but they don't operate on like a total loss. So I don't understand why they keep making these like grabs for money that just inadvertently ruin their platform. It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if they operate at a loss or not, Seth. I don't know what.
I'm pretty sure I don't remember currently, but I'm pretty sure they operate on like just breaking even, maybe barely. They do operate on a loss, is what Nerdy is saying. Then I guess it makes sense that they're like kind of grasping to get like a lot of money.
I don't know if
and to
they
that
operate
point,
at
I can
yeah.
kind of understand it.
Hang on here, let me do this.
I thought they broke just about even, but Amazon keeps them afloat apparently, which that makes sense.
Breaks just.
All right, so Nerdy, you got something to say?
Oh yeah. Twitch is being extremely homosexual about this entire thing. Well, like any good faith that the remaining big heads, by big heads I mean like the big streamers, any good faith that they still had towards the platform has been removed by this.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, not every streamer like has a sponsor, right? But
Sure.
we have to think big picture. Specifically tournaments and events. Like Moist Critical was talking about this in his video. Any event that his gaming team does, it's usually sponsored by Opera GX. And you know, there's a big banner in their watch party saying, you know, Opera GX.
Yeah.
And their original plan gets rid of that. It destroys a lot what built Twitch was which is like the esports. Like think of like how many sponsors you see in like an average CS:GO tournament or like a League of Legends tournament. Like how much money that helps keep that event afloat, because like Moist Critical has been pretty open about this. But generally a lot of esports teams bleed money.
Yeah.
So it's the sponsors that help keep the events going.
I mean, esports have just never been profitable. And this is kind of like, especially for like even League of Legends or like smaller teams, it's like that's gonna be like a complete, just that's gonna ruin the esports scene. I was expecting like
Who
they
said
were probably
esports aren't
gonna
profitable? Like, by what measure are you saying that?
most teams operate at a loss. Like
Most
every
teams, but
organization.
esports itself is very profitable. Like,
I mean, yeah.
stadium tickets, merch, rights to any footage, restreams, all that kind of stuff. It makes a good amount of money. It also cross promotes the games.
I misspoke then. Yeah, the teams operate at a loss usually, and that's just gonna completely kneecap them. And I don't understand why. I was suspecting that even though these rules got in place, they would probably make some sort of like you know, like kind of give them a pass or whatever. But it's like
Honestly,
for smaller teams that would just kneecap them.
Honestly, it wouldn't like if let's say there's an alternate universe where they still implemented this new set of guidelines. I could totally see them letting big streamers like Pokimane, people like Asmongold, like skirt along the sides of the rules, because we've seen that time and time again with Twitch.
They don't keep their own rules. Like it depends
No,
on
yeah,
if they like these streamers or not, whether the rules are implemented. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It depends on who's moderating Twitch that day.
Well, I kind of am thinking that maybe they want to purge some of the people on Twitch altogether. Like, I think that Twitch does promote itself as more of a gaming platform, but their more popular streams are things like Hasan, and I don't know if he plays games. I don't think so.
No, not at all.
So maybe they're just trying to completely rebrand. And if they can implement these rules, then the whole space becomes advertiser friendly. They can get traditional ad sales money. Like, I think that we're forgetting that they're owned by Amazon, and this can operate at a loss if it helps other avenues. And they can prove that it's helping other avenues.
What this was more than likely trying to help incentivize. Twitch does allow streamers to go through them to get sponsorships, but instead of 100% of the money going towards the streamer, like a usual
Oh.
sponsorship deal, Twitch gets a portion of that. Now, I'm
Yep.
not too clear on what percentage of that cut is. I don't know if it's the same as like the super chats where it's like 50-50, but I think this was all trying to incentivize the streamers to go through Twitch instead of like their managers when it comes to making brand deals now.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. It's just my question is like, obviously none of these changes are something that streamers can work with, and it's not going to help the site at all. The site is operating at a loss, so what should we, like, realistically, if we were in Twitch's place, what would we do to fix this? Because that's like, I mean, I feel like at some point they have to start looking at not operating at a loss. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, okay,
So
but hang on.
instead of these runes, like,
But okay.
yeah.
All right. So some companies will actually have a division or keep a division of their company on the books that operates at a huge loss. And the reason why is that it is a counter to another part of their division that's making huge profits, right? So you look at Amazon as a whole makes a shit ton of money every year. So if they have something like like Twitch that's operating at a loss, at a huge loss at that, that's not necessarily a bad thing because it actually lessens their tax burden when they go to do taxes every year.
Okay, yeah, but you would still probably rather that you had a pretty good like income off of it.
But then it increases their see the whole thing.
So.
But with companies, a lot of times they look at, they just don't. How do I put this? They don't want to give money to the government, right? It's a cat and mouse game with them, right? So like if you look at like really big wealthy people like millionaires and billionaires and things like that, right? They have accountants that says, okay, if you have this charitable organization or if you give these donations here, whatever, right? And this is how much you have to give so that it lessens you, it gets you into a lower tax bracket, right? And so they'll do that, right? And
yeah, but at some point, if you cut it even or get more than you would have if you didn't get into that tax bracket, that would still be more profitable.
But see, there's
Not
more.
Necessarily.
Okay, so here's the other thing too, though, right? So if you have Amazon that's operating this platform, Twitch, right? And if they can not be just stupid, right, about things, then they have people coming on there. They have streamers. They have brand deals. The community, internet community as a whole knows, okay, they operate at a loss, but they're still allowing, creators to come on here. You got creators that make a good chunk of money every month because of the subscribers and this, that, what have you. And they say, okay, but they're operating at a loss. Okay, well, that's still good that they're doing this. So there's also this thing called goodwill, right? And so they have goodwill in the community and people look favorably upon Twitch and they know that it's owned by Amazon. And so they say, well, Amazon's this evil corporate, mogul company that is just a shit company or whatever, right? But they do this other thing. So we kind of say, we kind of allow them.
I really don't think it's part of their change in public perception. I can't imagine.
Well, okay, so if that's not the case, then why all of a sudden did this tweet that they put out yesterday evening, right? They said, yesterday we released a new branded content guidelines that impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we are removing them immediately. Why? Because
that's not Amazon, though. That's like someone at Twitch.
That's correct. That's right. But the thing about it is that it was a bad public relations. It looks bad for the entire thing. Was it just focused on Twitch? No, because people are saying, well, fuck, they're owned by Amazon. How much money do they need? Right? Because
they honestly, I don't think they were scared at all of how they were going to come off. I think
okay. Then why did they backtrack? Why did they
leave.
backtrack? Why did they completely say we're removing everything?
They know they're at the precipice of where like other companies are starting to encroach on this market.
You would tell you why they're encroaching on the and why they are pilfering or they're taking away their creators and streamers.
Yeah, because they suck.
It's because they have unfair practices. That was one of the things that was addressed in the OTK letter, right? That they do not administer their policies across the board. If you are a beautiful young woman that's using your assets in every possible way, right? Which I'm fine with. I'm not judging. And they get away with crap, right? Like there was a chick on there. I'm sorry, there was a woman on there that flat out had sex live on the thing, right? Another one thought she was making a video for her OnlyFans, but was actually streaming to her live on her Twitch channel and showed everything the good Lord gave her downstairs, right up there in the camera. The whole
in both instances, when they had like a slap on the wristband, like
yes,
what was it, like a week band, and
yeah.
when they came back, they had way more subs, at least like in one instance, like 10 times the subs than when they weren't banned.
Yeah. But then you have somebody else that gets perma-banned off of there because they were sitting there trying to negotiate a better contract for themselves, aka Dr. Disrespect. So what I'm saying is they unfairly place their apply their policies how they want. So that's part of the reason. The other one is they're so restrictive on words and stuff that can be used. And so when you have these other platforms like Rumble that basically says, as long as you don't show porn, we don't care. That's essentially it. If you don't show porn, we don't care. And that's where people are going to by the droves. Not only that, but to get monetized with them is little to no effort at all. And not only that, their payouts are better, period. They have a better percentage payout to their streamers. And they've been reporting profits, in through the roof. They've got advertisers. So it's because they're unfairly placing or applying their policies. 1, 2, they've cut into the profits or the cuts on the subscriptions and stuff. And 3, as far as what they're allowed to say or do over there. Right? That's what's killing them. They are not. It's like OTK said in their thing. They are not forward creator friendly. That's it in a nutshell. They are stifling creation. So.
Well, maybe. I just can't imagine it has anything to do with
optics,
like the perception of the optics of Amazon.
You're insane. That's such a big deal for these companies.
Yes.
Like we live in an attention economy. Of course, optics matter.
Yeah.
Like, 100%. Do you know how much money companies spend on like the proliferation of internal bullshit? Like, do you know how often I have to take a course on sexual harassment as a woman in corporate America so that it's even to everybody?
It's probably because I've never been in a company. I have no clue what goes on in businesses.
Well, I think part of it, Seth, is that you're coming from a different perspective and a different experience, right? I'm talking here, and you got to understand, Amazon is a U.S. based company. They're doing things the way U.S. businesses do things, right? So I think that's part of the little bit of the disconnect there, right? I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, that is exactly why they backtracked on this immediately, because of the backlash. when you have, and they've lost a lot of big streamers, and now you have a whole organization, and I wouldn't even venture to guess the amount of viewers that whole organization as a collective has. And if all of a sudden they leave, right, and they go to Kick or they go to Rumble, or they go to YouTube, there goes their viewer base.
If a lot of them move, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of OTK base move to Rumble because of Mizkif's deal with them.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, a lot of them are going to be doing exclusive stuff because as of now, Twitch is still a viable streaming platform in terms of viewership if you have a base for it. Yeah. But I wouldn't obviously you don't be shocked in like the next coming months. You see a lot of streamers push their YouTube channels, push their Kicks, push their Rumbles a lot more. And heck, I've seen a lot of people do like TikTok streaming. And because of the new plugins that you can get on OBS, where you can do the vertical streaming from your computer, which I've seen Ninja do. And while TikTok streams, you get pennies compared to your average streaming platform, it wouldn't surprise me if that becomes a viable option in like the next 5 years.
Yeah. One other thing I wanted to point out on this this tweet that Twitch put out, there was an added here, readers added context they thought people might want to know, and it links to, and it specifically says, look at section 12. Well, the link is for the terms of service. This is terms of service on that's currently in place. It says Twitch has exclusive right to monetize Twitch services, including without limitation the exclusive right to sell, serve, and display advertisements on Twitch services. Third-party advertising networks are not allowed to serve advertising through Twitch services. However, you can publish branded content using Twitch services as set forth in Section 9 above. Right. So, this whole thing, they walked it back. They really didn't, because they're saying third-party advertising, which means like your fresh eats or whatever it is, or Ridge Wallets, or Raid Shadow Legends, or Fresh Eats. Yeah, there's what is it? There's
DoorDash.
HelloFresh, HelloFresh. Any of those companies that advertise with online creators. There's ones that for like beard care and shaving and all that, and then there's perfumes and colognes and all this different stuff that are these companies will come to these creators and say, hey, let's do this, whatever. And so they won't be able to do ad reads. It's essentially what they're saying, that you can't do that. It's still in place. They said they were walking it back, but it's still there. So I don't know.
So they're doing exactly what Netflix did with like the password sharing?
Basically, like, yes.
We're walking it back, but not
I
really.
don't know why anyone is surprised by this.
No.
Honestly, like it really feels strange to complain about this, and sort of entitled, like they're a company, they do not care about you. Stay or don't. Like they only care as much as whatever goal it is they're trying to accomplish, which I think is the thing here. Like it comes down to, I don't know whether or not Twitch makes money, but I don't think that is the goal of Twitch in the larger scheme of things. For all we know, like what Twitch actually is a way for them to like test their marketing algorithms, or have a user base to start up in the metaverse. Like there's so many other things they could be doing with Twitch that we would have no idea about. So like if the whole thing is like, well, it operates at a loss, like I know for a fact there are many sections at my company that operate at a loss, but they do so because they're good places to test, do A/B testing or do research. They're good places to try out new tech.
For example,
Like,
the reason why Google has kept YouTube for so long, and keep in mind, it's only been in recent years that YouTube's even broke even for Google. YouTube is a good site to test botting programming on,
Yeah.
like with like YouTube bots and everything. It's a good place for Google to experiment with when it comes to new AI, new technology.
also, maybe they're trying to test like how much they can push the boundaries. Like they've put out something that's unpopular. Now they get to see like, well, there are some options like Rumble, what percentage of their audience leaves, what percentage stays of the remaining, how much of them are desirables in terms of being advertiser friendly, because advertisers don't want to advertise against just anybody, right? Especially not now. Like it's Pride Month, right? Like I'm sure that some advertisers specifically want to donate to LGBTQ creators, right? So maybe Twitch cares more about that. Like I don't know. Like I don't know that it would be shocking if Twitch was like, it would be great if all of these red pill guys like went over to Rumble and Kick and just stayed there, and Twitch was more advertiser friendly, and we can pitch it that way, and we can sell the ad space for more money.
Yeah.
But like what counteracts that is like OTK, cover up mistakes withstanding. A lot of their creators like Asmongold promote themselves as I don't want to say woke because that's an overused word, but progressive streamers. They're very open to their audience being LGBT. They promote a lot of that stuff. If you remember, Asmongold back in the day was celebrating the original YouTube band of Leafy because toxicity was gone from the internet. So like you're losing a lot of people. Like it's not just like the red pill guys who want to beat all women who are leaving the platform. It's a lot of people who promote the LGBT woke ideas. So I don't think that would be necessarily it.
I think
the only thing I can say is good riddance. Fuck Twitch, dude. Twitch has by far been like the worst platform ever when it comes to anything. Like they've just been so inconsistent.
Maybe good riddance to OTK from Twitch's perspective. Like that whole Ms. Kiff with the chick and like they've had so much drama that has not been a good look. Like
that's fair, but they also have some of the biggest streamers.
Right, but and those streamers have some amount of power. Like maybe they want them off the platform to create new ones that they can better control. Like to some degree, someone like Hasan has them by the balls, right? Like
they want someone like Pokimane, dude. They want another bitch that just like fucking
right. So right now, Pokimane cost them a lot of money. They can, if they push Pokimane off the platform with their policies, they can create a new one who's going to follow their policies, go along with their rules, and be more easy to control.
That's the thing. They want another Pokimane because Pokimane does everything for Twitch because Twitch does everything for her.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
But now they can create a new Pokimane and do less for her and pay her less money.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I can't say I'm sorry about all this. I genuinely hope Twitch falls apart. Such a shit fucking platform.
And on that note, let's move along to our second story. Anyway,
we have someone in waiting.
Oh, okay. Nerdy, is there anything else before we move along, or any other thoughts, comments, criticism, complaints?
Twitch is very gay.
Very gay. Okay. King Frick Shit. What are you doing, man?
I wanted to comment on the Twitch thing.
All right, comment.
I heard you moving on. I'll just make it quick. I think like all these websites have like a time in the sun, and then they like MySpace was a thing. There was GeoCities for a while. I think that the whole Twitch thing it's like we're gonna see like the litmus test whether people actually move on from these big platforms, right? Like, because Twitch is younger than all the like social medias that are out there now, right? Like they're younger than Facebook, they're younger than I guess even Snapchat and shit, right? And YouTube. So I guess we'll see if people move the fuck on, and or people just want more of this like.
I don't
dribble
actually think a lot of them will move on.
You don't think? You think people are just gonna stay and watch like these like dribble fucking IQ takes? I guess
I don't have a lot of faith in Twitch streamers or the people who watch them.
Well, I'll say this. I think it will all depend on where the creators are. If the creators stay at Twitch, then the viewers will stay and watch them. If the creators go to Rumble or to Kick or YouTube or whatever, that's where they'll go. We've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean,
who's gonna stay for some new people? You know what I mean? People are kind of attached to the streamers more than they are the platform.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
So the streamers have the power. It's just whether or not, they could be funny elsewhere. You know what I mean? Because there is like that whole like, it's like a little community, the streaming community. Like they all know each other and stuff. So, I mean, if they, unionize, which Amazon hates, I don't mean like a literal union, but if they actually just said and did something like together, I'm sure, if the website works, if the back end works and there's less rules, I mean, isn't any content creator like want that? Unless you're gonna go and like, politically pander and say that people should be banned off of sites for speech. But I don't think people are gonna go like to like the hardcore, like what the fuck is what Cozy, right? Like the hardcore like free speech websites. Just gonna go to another streaming website that's a little bit more lax with, the comedy and the stuff you could do, because, even stuff that like big streamers and YouTubers did like 10 years ago is like grounds get you banned nowadays. So we'll see. Hopefully people move the fuck on. But I don't know. We'll see. This is like the little culture clash going on. So I don't know.
Well, it's good riddance for me. I honestly fucking hate that platform.
You just hate Twitch because you're not a million subscriber Twitch fucking person. If you have
because they banned me like when I was at my highest, and then I just never streamed again.
What'd you get banned for? Jeez, how
think about it, Drake?
Yeah, she probably was saying some slurs, knowing Seth.
Well,
Does sound like Seth.
She likes to drink, so what if she slurs her words? All right, we don't.
Well,
come on.
Exactly.
Drinking is allowed on Twitch. So.
Well, you can go to Rumble. So you can go to Rumble and you can do that, and they won't ban you over there. So.
But that's a lot of work, people. That's a lot of work.
Is it really?
I'd rather just not do anything.
Okay.
Well, also she's already on Rumble because you said Clear as Mud is on Rumble, and
yeah,
she's on this.
Yeah. So there you go.
Problem solved. Annoying having the communities all like fragmented. For any creator, that's very annoying because you gotta pick somewhere eventually. You know, you could do the multi-stream, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, you have to pay for it too, right? You can't just automatically multi-stream to multiple platforms. You have to have some ingest server that you stream to, and then they turn around and send it out to whatever platforms you want it to, and those places charge you for that ability. So. Like Restream,
gotta pay my Streamlabs, Restream,
Streamlabs. Yep. So
you might be able to do it for free with OBS. I don't know. Though.
No, you cannot.
No, you can't do it for free in OBS.
No, OBS allows you to send it to one location only. So.
Well, that's terrible. Oh well.
Well, hey.
Well, it's only 2023. What can we do with technology, Riveter? Okay, it's a lot of work to.
I don't know, dude. I'm not a programmer. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me, man. Hashtag don't judge me.
I think we should be spending more time getting used to our future and very soon computer overlords.
There you go.
I for one would like Alexa to know that I've always been on her side.
Yeah.
I'd punch that fucking bitch if she had a body.
Well, I'm not banned from Twitch yet, so we're all right. We're gonna keep going until we get back to Twitch.
Well, anything else before we move along here, Rick or?
Nope. Thanks for having me, and you guys.
You're always
I might call in based on the next topic.
All right. Well, you're always welcome, sir. You have a good evening. All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Well, let's not say always. I reserve the right to disavow any
Disavow?
caller at any
Okay.
time.
No.
Brick,
Not Brick.
Brick's okay, dude. Brick's okay, dude.
Brick is a good boy.
Except for when he's not. So, anyway, Adin Ross and Hasan kind of got into it. So, on a burner account that Adin Ross has, says, tweet out, says, how come for Black History Month you didn't change your profile pic to support that month? I'm just curious, genuinely asking. He then went on further to say, also for all the people themselves, I love everyone, but he pushes agendas on children. Jesus, pre-dick sucking, saying I gamble to underage audience, blah, blah, blah. You're forcing underage transgender surgeries, etc. Creep. Hasan, you push a gay agenda for little boys and girls. You're a creep. You're going to hell. Hasan, please kill yourself. I'll do anything, please. So that's a little aggressive. That's a little aggressive, I think. I think that's a little aggressive. That's just jeez. That's a bit much.
That's awesome.
You think that's awesome?
I think it's funny.
Okay. So anyway, he wasn't done.
Well, he's got a point though, doesn't he?
What
like,
point does?
Not the Black History Month part, but like he was like going at him for saying he was promoting gambling on all that when that was happening. But he's also, promoting like political views and stuff on like his viewers.
Okay.
Which some people could believe is something you shouldn't do.
But Hasan is a political streamer, though. Hasan is a political streamer.
Yeah, but that's the point, right? Like, he was a gambling streamer. There's like, if you are allowed to push politics or whatever else on someone, you should be allowed to push gambling on someone.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
As an
I will
gambler,
respect your opinion.
Fight for your right to make kids gamble.
Listen, I don't know if I necessarily agree with your stance there, Seth, but I will respect your right to have that stance. How's that? Is that fair?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I watched a video essay on how Chuck E. Cheese is like gambling for children, and they talked to children who had gotten gambling addictions from like Chuck E. Cheese, and it was really sad. It was very sad. Yes.
Well, okay,
so I think that there are just people with the propensity for addiction and certain kinds of addiction. Like, I think people be addicted to all kinds of things. So
Can you imagine
I don't.
Can you imagine going into a therapist and being like, it all started when I was at Chuck E. Cheese?
Well, okay. But here's the thing, though.
It's all got to start somewhere, man.
All right, but let's stop thinking about this for a second. How many young gamers, right? Video game player stuff. A lot of these games, it's not necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily call it like gambling, right? But they have like where you spend real money and then you buy in-game items that have no intrinsic value. Not only that, but you have no way to like sell or recoup or anything, right? So like, for example, like in Fortnite, so you spend real money and you buy the latest skin packages that they've dropped for whatever it is, right? So that you can make your little avatar look like, hell, I don't know, whatever is the current thing going on.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. There you go. So you have a potentially a limited, skin or whatever, potentially. And so somewhere down the road, let's say there's a monetary value that could be, but you can't recoup it. I mean, you have it as long as you're playing the game, you're fine, right? What happens though if for some reason you get banned from the game because Epic decides, who is the owner of that game, decides that you've done something that's violated their terms of service, right? And boom, you lose your account. You lose all the money, period, right? And then you got the thing like then you got things like CS:GO, right? So CS:GO had those gambling sites where these kids were going and with all these skins and stuff that they had gotten and were, gambling with that. All I'll say is that if a person is of age, right, and they want to gamble, I don't give two cares, right?
But I don't think buying skins, like if you're actually buying like skins on like Fortnite or something, I don't think that's gambling.
I didn't say it was gambling, but you're definitely
gambling.
Huh?
I think it's gambling.
You think so?
I think all of that. I think all of those kind of dopamine, serotonin machines. I think Candy Crush is gambling.
Sure.
I think like it's all part of the same kind of mechanism to like release dopamine by pressing a button. It's all the same kind of stuff.
Okay, I will agree with that. Yes, it's definitely feeding that.
You know what you're paying for when you go for skins and stuff.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But kids don't know. That's the thing. Let's be honest. If you're playing a game like Fortnite or CS:GO or something like that, you're primarily playing this for a younger audience, right? That's who's primarily going to be watching you. And if they see you as a creator, and if you're hyping your creator code, which they can put in, then puts money back in your pocket when they buy something with their V-Bucks on, Fortnite. So, I mean, yeah, it's a very, I don't know. It's, to me, it's just a very thin line that, that you would, walk. But as far as, yeah, they had this whole.
I think parents should be like regulating it. If you're against it as a parent, you should be regulating it.
I 100% agree that parents should be the gatekeeper, right? Or the watcher at the door to make sure that their kids are not out here, whatever, right? But we've got some parents that are stupid and give their kids their credit cards and let them go to town. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that I think that one's anyone else's responsibility, though. I tend to think like, watch your kids. But also,
that's money Darwinism.
I also tend to think
if they're that stupid, let them be that stupid.
Kids are gonna get at this stuff anyway. So it kind of like, if your kid doesn't have any sense, it doesn't matter what you try to keep them away from. Eventually, they're gonna find their way to stupid. Sure. So I don't know if the point is you're promoting your gay agenda and you didn't let me promote my gambling agenda. I think in the United States, at least, we have a pretty like decent history of showing that, like, in general, we try to stop people from gambling for the most part. Sometimes, so the argument is that we should
have like a history of stopping gays from being gay too.
No,
I don't think we have a history of stopping them from being gay.
No, we don't, but we should. We should regulate it the same as gambling.
No.
Son, you have to go to Michigan if you want to be gay. That would be so funny, wouldn't it?
No, it would not be funny.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, no, it would not. Anyway, so Adin Ross, not satisfied with going after Hasan, then goes after Jake Lucky, who is he owns an esports team, and he also does reports on esports stories and so on and so forth. He says that Jake Lucky deserved to be stoned to death. Oh God, you need to be bullied. I don't know. I don't know what he's on about here. But
I can't. Okay, to be fair, okay, I can't remember what it is currently, but Jake Lucky has had some terrible, terrible takes.
Yes, Jake Lucky.
Who has
Okay,
it?
all right.
I don't know who that
okay.
is for the record. So
Okay, so he has had some really horrible takes. I agree with Seth. Having horrible takes, though, I don't think equates to you calling for them to be stoned to death. I think that's a little excessive.
I don't think you should be calling for it. I think you should just go do it yourself. I think it's kind of pussy to call for it.
You're whatever.
Call
so
for what exactly? What is the call to? The what?
Stoning. Like he wants people to go stone him.
Yeah, well, I guess, but I don't know. I just think that's out of line. I just think it's out of pocket.
If you say you should be stoned, then I mean you should be over there doing it. Like that's on you.
So what you're saying though, if you're going to have the cojones to say it, then you should have the cojones to just go do it. Is that what you're essentially saying?
Yeah. I think he should right now. He should go over and stone Jake Lucky.
In
Minecraft.
In Minecraft, okay. So let's see what Adin Ross had to say on this.
I'm not on lean. Me and Bruce, we are relaxing.
Very relaxed right now.
We're just having fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's on lean. We're sober. We're going to the Miami Heat game.
But he did just show me how much you poured.
If you have to point out that nobody's on lean, then someone is on lean.
What's that? I'm sorry. The video was run. I didn't hear what you said, Seth.
If you have to point out that nobody's on lean, then someone is definitely on lean.
You think so? You think that's what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is.
Okay, possibly.
I think if they're in Miami, then yes, for sure. I agree.
You think so? Well, I don't know enough about all that, so I just drink my beer every now and then. That's about it with me.
I mean, I don't go on a video and started with, by the way, I'm not doing heroin, guys. Like, if I'm not doing heroin, I don't need to say I'm not doing heroin. That's a weird way to start a video.
Yeah, well,
I'm definitely not vaping. Have never vaped in my life. I just needed you guys to know that in advance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Drunk it all.
No.
Cap. It's fun. It's fun.
Cap. All shit aside.
Ooh, Dirty Joe.
All shit aside. Jake Lucky and yourself. Hasan and yourself. The other guy who tweeted at me and yourself. Stop doing what you guys are doing, bro. I don't care. Nobody gives a fuck. Damn. I don't care. Hasan, you're banned. You're banned for good. You can't come to Kick. And you too, Miss Kiff. I heard you're banned on Twitch. Smoking on a fucking Miss Kiff pack. Let's go. Bozo.
Okay. He was on a tear. I swear to God, he was on a tear.
Who was this guy again? Adin Ross?
That's Adin Ross,
What's he popular for?
I love him.
He was okay. So he was popular because he's a big Andrew Tate follower. He's a tater tot, and I think that's what they call themselves, tater tots. And he was doing an interview with Andrew Tate one time, and Andrew Tate got up out of his chair to go whatever, and he jumped over there and was sniffing where Andrew Tate had been sitting. Like, you know, I'm like, what the hell,
like
dude?
Sniffing? Like catching a whiff of him?
It's been a long time since I've been less impressed by a human being.
Well,
that's weird. That's weird, dude.
Yeah, you guys didn't know
I feel like I've met that guy like 37 times today. Like,
let's see here if I can find that here. And
I just really, the way he just comes out and he's like, I'm not running, guys. By the way, all these people should kill themselves. He's got a little bit of risk. I respect it.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah, here we go.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Let me pull this up.
This I heard about.
Congratulations.
This I heard about.
You know,
I have work to do. I'm done.
I'm not watching this. I'm a lady.
where you going? I'm ready, bro. I'm really gonna do this shit. Y'all don't understand, bro. I'm really gonna do this shit, bro. Like, I think it's.
Okay, enough of that shit. Come on, there we go. So watch it.
Oh my goodness.
And I just want to say, bro.
He is deranged.
I do.
No, He's all the things.
In honor of Pride Month. There you go.
Yeah,
Some brotherly love.
He's
what a
all
creature.
He's all the things. He is all
Listen,
the
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We do not kink shame on this show.
I kink shame. Fuck that guy now. Actually, he should be stoned.
I don't think it's
back.
necessarily about
No
kink. I don't think kink has anything to do with this, Gigi. This is
Dude,
about
he's smelling another man's seed.
exactly. See, he's from
That's
this. He's
something.
from the. His whole thing is he's from the manosphere, right? Which means you have these alphas and you have the betas, and you know you're an alpha male, so you're like I'm and whatever, and the beta's like that's beta bitch shit. You go over and smell where another man's nutsack was on a chair. There's no other way to put it. That's beta shit.
Yeah.
Which is the very
that's
thing.
beta shit.
That's the very thing that he rails against about being a beta male. You know, don't be be an alpha. Well, bitch, you sniffed his nutsack juice off the chair. That's as beta shit as it gets. Period.
Yeah,
so,
I don't no risk no more.
Yeah.
He's
no
not.
riz. No riz. Okay. So
He
anyway,
lost me with that clip.
so Hasan responded to all this. I'm sure Hasan had one of his awesome takes.
Adin Ross's entire content is literally being bullied by 12-year-olds on the internet. That's been that way since the jump. And while I personally appreciate someone who can, I don't know, debase themselves, reduce themselves to a certain position for the sake of ha-has, it clearly got to him. I mean, look at your fucking eyebrow slit. Like, you can't be out here talking about bullying motherfuckers when you literally shaved your head to look like Andrew Tate, when you literally smelled his chair, or the time when like 98% of your content was straight up like dressing like a girl and being like, aren't I gay? Lol. I'm so gay, by the way. Like, that was your entire content as your sea of like sexually frustrated and insecure 12-year-old audience kept saying, oh, Adin, you're so gay. That's actually very bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Hasan on this one.
Do you?
I can't believe I agree with Hasan, but I unironically do.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. All I'll
if you
say
be
is
sniffing another man's seed, like
yeah.
you can't be hating on other people for like posting a fucking gay picture.
Here's the thing I don't understand is if he was so just proud of what he was saying, right? Why was he doing it on his burner Twitter account and not his main Twitter account?
I think it's because his main Twitter account will probably get banned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would guess that.
So, but here's the thing though, right? If his main Twitter account got banned, or I'm saying if his burner gets banned, then won't his main one get banned too? Because then they call it ban evasion, right? Is that still a thing with Twitter?
Yeah, but they really let it pass. I mean, I've gotten banned a bunch of times, and my current Twitter isn't banned.
You seem to be a recurring theme with you, Seth. Everything you got's getting banned. Why? Have you ever given any thought to that, darling? I mean, why that's a reoccurring theme?
I've thought about it, and I've come to the conclusion that people just, they just can't stand how much better I am.
Oh, well, there's probably some truth to that.
Even our chat agrees that now that Seth is on camera, she might be too powerful.
Too powerful?
I need a camera that doesn't freeze every fucking 2 seconds. But yeah, I'm pretty fucking powerful.
You really are, yeah. So that's all that we have really for stories, and we're a little over an hour. There was one little thing I would like to talk with Seth about.
What's a sandwich?
What's a sandwich? What do you mean?
Yeah, didn't we have something about a sandwich on the docket?
We had some existential questions.
Oh, you want to talk? You guys want to do the egg, whatever the hell it was? What'd you saw? Egg sandwich.
I don't fucking know. There's just someone mentioned sandwiches yesterday on the docket, and I was well, fine.
Oh,
we'll do sandwiches.
Okay, let's see. Here.
Well, you can do your thing first, people.
No, I guess that's fine. We can do mine. Okay, so you have to help me here because I didn't really understand this here.
So this was an article This was about the most Googled existential questions.
Okay.
And there were some other breakdowns, including like by state.
Yeah.
But we got real hung up on number 7 of
Yeah.
whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich.
Okay. So here's what we're going to
And-
do. So let me go over here to the chat, and we're going to start a poll. And the poll is going to be: is a
Because
hot
poll doesn't
dog-
matter because I've already got the answer, people.
Well, we can let the chat be a part of this. Quit being so selfish,
Sure.
Seth.
But I'm right.
Yeah, well, we can also look at these other questions while we let them answer.
Yeah.
I have heard from many people that why is the sky blue is not an existential question. I think it depends how they asked it, but I don't feel like it's in the spirit of this.
It's probably a scientific question if you think about it.
Right, but what if the question was like why blue versus red or purple? Like why does that particular wavelength appear to us as that color versus other things? Like it could be
I think that's still a science question, isn't it? Or maybe I'm retarded. I don't know anything about science.
Well, Gigi's right. It's because of the way our atmosphere and what wavelengths of the colors are allowed to pass through and what are not, and so that's why the sky looks blue, is because that wavelength is what's passed through the ozone. So there you go.
Also, like the sky is the backdrop for a bunch of things, and it seems to blend together in a way that maybe another color wouldn't. Why is that? Is that could you say that that is a representation of God, or at least of some kind of divine creation? Or it could have just been like, why does it appear blue versus
There's no
other
way
colors?
you guys split it down 50-50. Okay, there we go.
We have 11 votes, and we've got 10 concurrent viewers. So we had
Why
one
are they
drop out.
wrong? Why is their chat so wrong?
Chat is
And
wrong.
we're in the poll, and the poll says 54% says yes, it is a sandwich, and 45% says no.
It's a taco.
I would like to point out that a lot of our chat are specifically Seth fans, and they just like chaos. So I feel like I don't know.
All right, so Seth, what is the answer? Is it a sandwich or is it not a sandwich?
It's a taco. It's a taco.
It's a taco. That
100%
wasn't
it's a taco.
Yeah.
Okay, you two think it's a
100%.
taco. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we don't think it's a taco.
We don't.
We
think
know
it's a scientific
it's a
method
taco.
to this, people. It's called the cube rule of foods.
Okay.
And it's a taco.
Okay. All right. Fine. You guys believe it's a taco, so
Just like a calzone.
We don't believe. We
is a
know.
dumpling.
People. It's
calzone is a
scientific.
dumpling.
Okay.
A calzone is 100% a dumpling. How is it not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
100%.
I thought it was.
It's just a big ass dumpling.
I thought a calzone was a pizza. You know.
No, it is a type of dumpling.
It's a type of.
It is the big ass dumpling.
Okay.
Big ass dumpling.
So here's the question: what is the meaning of life?
42. I said it so no one else needs to, okay?
No, the answer is coffee. The meaning of life is coffee. Because without coffee,
really
you do not have
depends.
life.
I think it depends on which, like in school, which philosophy your teacher had you go down.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
Well, I feel
I'm gonna take the fence sitting
dictionary.
opinion. I'm gonna take the fence sitting opinion where I'm like, it's whatever you want it to be.
Okay. So which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken.
The chicken.
And what is love?
Baby, don't
hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
Wrong.
No more.
No more.
It's a secondhand emotion.
It's not a secondhand emotion.
You know, on that, I'm in the tri-state area, and we've had many days of this lovely shade of orange thanks to
The
fires
Mexico
in Quebec.
filter.
Yeah, the wildfires. Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
been
I don't know if
crazy.
you guys have seen photos, but it's been real, it's been real Mad Max with a chance of cancer apparently.
Thunderdome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I was talking to my friends back home in Miami about this, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Well, what started the fire?" And somebody just responded, "Is well, I don't know what started it, but I just know we didn't." And everyone else was like, "Are we old enough to respond to this? Because that is an older song."
It doesn't
and as
matter.
So
Like, how can you not be? If
so
you know
here's-
the song, you can respond to it.
So here's the more important question: who sang the song?
Billy Joel.
Very good, Seth. I'm impressed.
I know all the lyrics.
That's my era.
I could go for it right now, people.
No,
go
we
for
don't
it,
know.
Seth. This is your show.
Yeah.
No. I sing it so well, we'll get copyright claimed.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get copyright claim. So I do have I have some news for you, Seth, because I know you've been really worried about your future partner.
Yeah.
I did talk to him today.
You talked to him? Okay. Is he good?
Did you talk? Have you talked to him? Have you talked to him recently?
No.
No. What's wrong, Seth?
People, I harassed him, and at this point, he just doesn't answer my messages anymore.
Why do you think that is, Seth? Have you been
I, for one, think he should do better at responding to her love.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, he's feeling a lot better. His fever is broke. He has been able to finish setting up his. He was going to be able. He said he thought he was going to be able to get the rest of his studio stuff set up this evening, and so I asked him. I said, "What do you think you just had like a summertime like flu or whatever, or did you have the dreaded coof?" And he said he's pretty sure that he got the coof. So.
Oh.
But anyway.
Okay, what does that have to do with me?
Nothing other than
this is a DMax fan podcast. It really has to do with all of us.
Exactly.
These are important updates. We should have a little ticker on the bottom of the screen.
You made it seem like he was setting up his PC and was gonna like expose me.
No, it's not that at all.
Propose. What do you do?
I was just pointing out that he still takes my phone calls.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you're not harassing him enough, people.
I don't harass my friends.
Then what do you have friends for?
I have friends to encourage them and to support them and to pick them up when they fall down and to have their back when the world is coming at them. That's why I have
happy
friends.
Pride Month, people, you gay ass.
What's wrong with that? What if I am a little gay?
Well, then you're a little fucking gay, because that is a little fucking gay.
That's a number.
I would never.
15 to 20%, I heard.
Yeah, about 20%. Exactly. So.
Yeah, well, I ain't on that.
Really?
No.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I miss Banana.
Well, yes, but he's
I don't miss him.
So Nerdy John's back waiting and called. Do we want to talk to Nerdy John again?
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Speaking of gay, how you doing, Nerdy?
Wow, you called me out like that. Wow. I haven't even come out of the closet yet. How dare you?
Bullshit.
Okay,
I know all about you being damn selfish lover. There's a damn.
We need to cancel people. Okay.
Why?
Not only has he proven himself to be racist, but he's proving himself to be homophobic by taking.
But you can't cancel someone who's gay because then you're homophobic.
Exactly. Nerdy.
Also, you canceling us would be a hate crime because as a DMax fan podcast, we are a gay podcast.
And not only that, I'm sensing
Also,
a little bit of
lots of women.
I'm sensing a little bit of ageism coming from you, Nerdy. So you're gay bashing, you're ageist, and you're anti DMax. So, it's not a good look, my dude.
Look, all I'm saying is maybe it's time to get your license taken away, Riveter. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God. So
no, but Adin Ross, I swear to God, he's such an interesting case. I love covering him because
no, he's not. There's nothing about him that's interesting.
Oh, come on, people.
I love
fun,
the outburst that he does. But I will say, he's not for free speech. He's for his speech. Because
Okay,
if
I will
you guys
say
remember,
he made me laugh in that Destiny debate when he was like, Hitler predicted OnlyFans.
Oh
that gave me a good.
Obviously, I think he obviously he plays his dumbness.
He did say
up
that
for a bit.
Oh my God, that's
on
hilarious.
streams. But I do think he is genuinely out of touch because I do remember seeing this clip of him. He thinks the average American household makes $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, if you guys remember, he struck down internet anarchist because solely for the fact that he thought that he was Hasan's head moderator.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my God,
let
this
me
guy's
clarify real quick.
awesome.
He was talking to Destiny, and Destiny said that,
Yes.
and Adin Ross accepted it without question. And people were like, he could have been joking, but then later
No.
his chat had to let him know that Destiny was joking, and then he tried to clarify, and it was very clear that Adin Ross heard that Hitler predicted OnlyFans in Mein Kampf 2, no less.
Yeah.
And just accepted it outright. That's
and the only reason why we never got a Mon Comp 2 was because the Taliban killed Hitler before he could get Mon Comp 2 published.
That's right.
But
and he believed every bit of that shit.
I'm going to be DMing Steph pretty soon. I want to work on the sequel with her. We're going to do our interpretation of it.
Yeah. I've already reached out to several Jews who would be up for being gassed.
Oh Jesus!
So, we got some work to do, nerdy.
You too.
Folks,
listen,
folks. Save this podcast episode because
do not save this podcast.
Because it might be taken down in the next coming months.
Anyway, yeah. Hopefully we'll get the gas chambers up soon. There's been some issues with the installation.
No.
We're hoping
for the YouTube gods, she is Jewish and she is kidding and or talking about Minecraft. Thank you.
Okay, but anyway, we're hoping it'll be just as good as the first one.
God. All right, nerdy. Have a good evening, bud.
That question about why am I so tired is feeling like I see why people were Googling that so often. Got to be something.
All right, guys.
I don't, because I'm addicted to crack.
Are you? Okay. I think on that note, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys found some enjoyment in the topics that we covered. Maybe you can
come. I'm doing a stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
So on my channel, and I have the links posted places. So come hang out with me and help me check my levels, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And Seth doesn't stream because it's too much work for her. All she does is
too much work, but I do tweet sometimes. Follow me.
And she sends me pictures of half-eaten tubs of ice cream.
Okay, hold on. That artesian ice cream, bro, banger.
One artesian ice cream. That sounds great.
Yeah, it is great. Okay. And you know what? I haven't sent you a picture of it, Peepaw, but I did make sushi right afterwards.
Did you?
Yeah, and it ended up pretty
wow. Good. Way to appropriate culture, Seth.
Well, I'm Jewish. I can do whatever I want.
She was actually appreciating it as it was very recently Asian Pacific Islander.
I'm definitely appropriating it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Okay. All right, guys. On that note, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Remember to check out Gigi tomorrow evening when she's going to be streaming. Go over there and show her a little love, show a little support.
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Cool beans. I will see you in the morning over at Coffee with People. But I'm going to get off here and go to bed. It's bedtime for the old man. You guys take care. Stay safe, and we will see you in the funny papers.